Howdy everyone, I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I spent most of my morning cleaning. We have a new TV stand. Well, I don't know what you call it. It's a TV stand with open and closing doors to store stuff in. Basically, uh, we just cleaned it up, dusted it, moved things around. It was kind of a long process, but of course, it took most of the morning. Basically, uh, we just cleaned it up, dusted it, moved. Okay, I'll talk a bit more louder and try to be a bit more cuter. Okay, so I was cleaning a lot of stuff in the morning. So much of stuff. DVDs, we have a lot of DVDs, and we barely cleaned them in the past, so there was so much of dust collecting on them. Thick, thick bunch of dust all over. Honestly, they were everywhere. Honestly, I don't really want to clean that much anymore. I don't really feel that hungry anymore as well because I lost my appetite. After cleaning so much, I don't feel like eating anything. I just ate some curry, but that's different, you know. But I just don't feel like eating anything else. After looking at all that disgusting dust bunched up together, you lose your appetites. So, yeah, it was a very painful day. I hurt my back bending down, waking up, dusting my uh, DVDs, picking them up, you know, uh, a long, long process. We started around, I guess, 9 or something, and, like around 1, I guess we finished. Okay, so, yeah, cleaning is such a mess, honestly. Anyway, we have a lot to talk about today. Let me just refresh this. Okay. I want to also talk about something else very important. It's about making TG visual novels. I don't know if I should talk about this. I don't really know, but I wanted to talk about this and wanted to raise a question because, it's pretty important. So I'll talk about this later. I want to catch up on some news. Now. But anyways, I could have live streamed it in the morning, but there's my excuse. I was busy cleaning. Okay, so we have a lot of articles. Okay, not really that much. Crunchyroll announces the end of free anime simulcast. I want to talk about this because if you don't know, there is a streaming site where you can watch anime for free. It used to be a thing where you can watch them for free, but if you watch the anime, you are going to get loads of ads. I remember back in the day when I was a kid, when I was a little teenager, I would watch on Crunchyroll, and every time you would see the same ads over and over. They would play 10 ads before they continue the next part of the anime. So, you know, that many ads, for a fact, they are getting a lot of money, because ad revenue as well. So it did make up some amount of money. So paid subscriptions, yes, uh, it does give money, but honestly, the ads do pay more as well because they were rolling the ads 10 or 20 times per every episode you watched. Honestly, like they were possibly packing with money. Um, okay, so Crunchyroll announces end of free anime simulcast broadcast as Sentai Films works set to pull over 60 series from platform. Okay, we'll read this. We'll read this. You know, I just want to say that I used to use Crunchyroll. I stopped using them. You know, I just stopped supporting them altogether. I stopped talking about them, stopped even thinking about them because they supported this. What anime was it? Well, a American anime. It's not even anime. It's just a cartoon in disguise. Basically, they supported making this film, this SJW film. All of the money that could have been towards the animators for the anime, for all the anime series, no, it doesn't go towards them. It goes towards Crunchyroll making their own American cartoon. And the cartoon itself, I forgot what it was called. High Guardian Spice. That's the name. High Guardian Spice. It came out last year. Back in 2018, it was announced, and the way they announced it, the way they, basically announced it on the first trailer, it was so embarrassing because they only talked about diversity. They only talked about diversity and how 50% of women are in the voice roles and 100% of women are in the writing positions. They basically spoke about that. We could barely see anything about the show itself. Years passed and nothing came until last year, and a lot of people have been crapping on it. But here's the thing, people have spoken about this anime before it came out, so another point for the anti-SJWs. Okay, but I stopped supporting them ever since I found out they were actually making that American cartoon, because that money they got from paid subscriptions could have been towards the studios that make anime. Okay, hot off the heels of its official consolidation with Funimation, with one of the most anti-con summer one-two punches in recent memory, Crunchyroll has announced that not only will they be top torpedoing their free ad-supported simulcasts of anime in favor of an exclusively paid option, but also over 60 Sentai Filmworks license will be removed from their platform at the end of the month. Hmm. These upcoming changes to recently acquired Sony subsidiary offerings were announced on March 24th, beginning with a blog post published to the official Q&A resource, the Crunchyroll database, wherein the company informed users for the spring of 2022 season and future seasonal releases. Crunchyroll will update our offerings on simulcast titles by subscription tier. To view new and continuing simulcast, a premium monthly or annual subscription will be required. Now, as I said, I stopped supporting them. I never paid, I was planning to pay in the future, but thank goodness, I found out what crazy thing they were doing. And honestly, you know what? I feel like them taking out the free viewing is going to hurt a lot of people, because a lot of people, especially young people, like, when I was young, I did not have a credit card. I did not have any of these cards. So, sure, I could steal, but I had no idea how to do that either. I'm not talking about theft. I'm talking about stealing your parents' credit cards, you know. Um, I mean, plenty of kids could have done that, but then again, I would be in trouble if I did that. So what I did was basically watched it for free, and the amount of ads would be playing in one anime episode, it would be absurd. You would get 10, 20 adverts. Some of them are the same adverts over and over, you know? And here's the thing, with these ads, they get money, okay? The ads give them money. I don't get it. I don't get what's the big problem, because ads do pay quite a bit. Maybe they might explain that in the article. Okay, it is really sad that they actually taken this out. Okay, as you can see, this looks very cute. Okay. Oh, yummy. Okay. So a lot of what's this? The streaming service revealed that over 60 titles will be leaving Crunchyroll on March 31st, basically in a couple of days from now. We have, holy crap, they alphabetized this. Oh my goodness, I don't know any of these. I've heard of some of these, but I don't know. Food Wars, I tried watching Food Wars, like one episode back in the day. I think I watched it on Crunchyroll. uh, okay, what else? This is a lot of shows. Oh my goodness. Wait, this show as well? This show as well. Holy crap. A lot of people love that show, I guess, because, as you saw with the freaking picture. Okay. So much of anime. Holy crap. Okay. No game, no life. Okay, like this is just a big list, okay? And these are pretty much pretty popular, They each have their own fan bases, so for Crunchyroll to lose this much, it is very, very scary. The seven seas it is. Well, when this happened, I knew it was all about money and image. People thinking that Crunchyroll would read the free option out on there are frankly delusional. On the bright side of things, this will make the terrible company less popular. This is gonna make people pirate anime even more. Here's the thing. Yeah, this is why I stick to physical copies. They do sell physical copies of anime. So, yeah, you can check that out, because it's best to support them individually because the payments you give to Crunchyroll, it doesn't go to the studios. It not all of it goes to the studios. Okay. Marvel, okay, Halo, Keanu Reeves, Will Smith. Now I made a post about this, and to be fair, you know, there's two ways this could go out. Either it's real or it's fake. If it's real, then Will Smith is the biggest cuck in the universe. And if it's fake, then we all know that they're trying to revive this Oscars thing so people next year can get all giddy for watching the elites talk about, oh wow, this person, won a trophy. Let them come up and lecture you about how the world works when they don't know how the world works. Okay, that's all it's about these days. It's all about these people lecturing. Like, okay, sure, he got slapped over a joke. If it was real, I would say Will Smith is a cuck. Simple as that. But if it's fake, I would say that this is just a move to get more viewers, and it certainly did bring up more viewers or more people interested in the Oscars because not everyone cares about the Oscars. Not everyone cares about the Oscars, okay? Who cares about a bunch of entitled people who always want to complain about how the world works? They don't even know how the world works. They want to tell you how you live your life. They don't even know politics properly, and they lecture you about that. There's not going to be that much lecturing this year. I mean, maybe this year there was a couple of lecturing because of the Ukrainian stuff, but like, listen, like for a couple of years later, until another Republican steps in office, you're not gonna hear this BS lecturing stuff. Okay, you're not gonna hear it unless it's Ukraine, because they're not gonna bitch and moan about Orange Man now, are they? No, no. It's kind of crazy how these people expect us to respect them and listen to their viewpoints when in reality they're so out of touch with humans. You know, they always think they're better than us. Okay, enough about that. Enough about that. Because honestly, yesterday I was talking about the Oscars, and honestly, I had no idea something like this will come up. But whatever the case is, good. If it was truth or false, this was a fake or this was real, at the end of the day, I still don't really care about the Oscars. Nice try. I'm not going to care about the Oscars, okay? I refuse to care about it because it's just so freaking pointless. As I said, I'll say it again. I'm not here to talk about these celebrities. They don't, not all of them are good people. I'm not going to fawn over every celebrity. There are some good celebrities, by the way, but they have to keep very quiet about who they believe in or how they vote, or else they get cancelled. So, anyways, you know how the world works now. Everyone has to listen to Hollywood and not themselves. Hollywood is just a bunch of actors, okay? Actors and actresses playing a bunch of made up roles, okay? Remember that. So, why are we listening to these people? Why? Alright then. It's time. It's time to talk about. I don't know if I should talk about it. I was debating myself for a couple of minutes before this live stream. Should I talk about this topic or not? I don't want to talk about the topic, but since I actually titled it propaganda, have no choice but to talk about it. Now, let's explain. For the past few years, I promised a lot of TG content, and that sounds amazing, that sounds wonderful. Because obviously, I know y'all will really like that. A lot of y'all really are looking forward for that. But what if there are people out there who take my games and use it for propaganda? You may be thinking, oh, that's impossible. Well, I'm not surprised. For the past few months, I've been noticing that many detransitioners, many of them fall down the rabbit hole, you could say, of, you know, this transgender stuff. And all of a sudden, they end up chopping off their body parts, doing these crazy things, and because of the propaganda, Like, if you look at social media, the amount of propaganda you see, it is absurd. You know, you open TikTok right now and you see the bunch of people saying, oh, it's nice to have a chest surgery. Look, not everyone is trans. People need to understand that. But people don't. People don't, you know? And it's very crazy because Michael Knowles did a interview with someone, and I want to point that out, that you spoke to someone who was so intelligent. And it's like, so this chick was able to get brainwashed into this, proving a point that anyone can be falling under this agenda. Anyone, no matter how smart you are, it doesn't matter, because you can fall for this agenda too. This agenda is very powerful. Now, someone pointed to that in the comment section of this video, and that person made a very good point, because even smart people are falling for this stuff. Think of it like this: when you have scientists say, you know, there's no definition for women anymore, they don't know what a woman is. When you have scientists say stuff like that, scientists, the people that's supposed to be the the leading change in society, when they can't even tell the difference. Obviously they know the difference, but they're not going to, because they are scared, and some of them felt for their own agenda. Many of them fell for the social justice stuff. So yeah, I'm not gonna play the video, but y'all should watch it if you have not watched it. It's very good. It's a very good interview. I recommend it. And I want to make sure that, a lot of people know about these detransitioners. Barely people talk about them. People don't want to talk about them. And you do talk about them, people just say, oh, you are just, you know, uh, trying to make propaganda. We're not trying to make propaganda. We're trying to shine light on things people don't shine light upon. And here's the thing: plenty of these young girls, it's mostly girls. I'm not ignoring the fact that there are boys being fall into this, but there are plenty of girls, plenty of them, mostly girls. There's a higher percentage of girls falling for the trans agenda. There is an higher, amount of more women than men that fall for stuff like this, because you know it's everywhere. It is everywhere. It is almost everywhere. You know, you will get people that say, "Oh, you should just cut your breast off, then you'll be happy." They'll say stuff like this. Uh, I think it was yesterday when I saw a video posted from Odin's Men. A lovely channel, and he shows this TikTok of this woman who shows a jar. In that jar is a uterus, a shriveled uterus. Now, here's the thing: she was so excited and giddy about that, which doesn't make any sense. These people are really, really, like, insane, because I'm sure that person could have been a wonderful person, but I don't think many of these people are actually transgender. I don't think so. I don't think so, and I know for a fact many of them fell down this rabbit hole of fake people trying to enlist others to fall down in their idiocracy. I can't even say the word. Basically, their foolishness. You know. Uh, let's search detransitioning out, because once again, there's plenty of videos on this, and I'm glad more and more people are talking about this. We need to raise awareness about this. Yeah, we have. And okay, here we go. I did show you guys this a couple weeks ago. Oh my goodness, it's Mark Dice. Okay, I'll check that out later. So as you can see, Odin's Man, he talks a lot about this stuff, so it is interesting. For me personally, I feel very bad for these people. As I said in the past, I would really be annoyed by these people because I never understood them. When you don't understand something, you get really annoyed. You try and wonder what's going on. Why did these people detransition? Once you understand who they are, why they detransition, you get to understand, okay, how they transition and why they transition. You get to understand so much about them. That's the most important part about understanding, you know, empathy. Now there will be certain trolls in the comments. No, not comments. My bad, not comments. Uh, but search results. I keep mixing up my words. In the search results, there will be people trying to, bully others and try and be rude and stuff like that. It really is sad. It really is sad, honestly. Look at this. I'm not going to play the full video. I'm not going to play the full video. But basically, I'll show you how she used to look before. No, I can't play videos on this. So, okay. This woman was in the news sometime. And when they showed a clip of old, pictures, it was really sad because she looked beautiful. She looked so smart. And it's like, how did she get into this stuff? How did she fall into this stuff? Let me find certain things. We even have Ariel. I can't say her surname, but she's been talking about this as well. It's so sad because there is a picture about her. I don't know where it is. Like, I need to find it, obviously. But it's just so sad. Like, these people, they fall into this stuff. And I want to make sure it's very clear. Anyone can fall into it. Anyone. It's like a big trap now. It's such a big trap. I would read comment section about people talking about how, you know, well, I read this recent comment about someone's girlfriend or ex-girlfriend or someone's girlfriend. Basically, they were one of these like, liberal types, and then all of a sudden they started changing and becoming more and more toxic. Something along the lines of that. I don't know the full story. I have to find every single comment section just to understand that. Okay. Something is wrong with my lips. My lips are peeling. Yeah, it's peeling. I don't know why. It happens like once a year. Now, there will be people who think detransitioning was the biggest mistake. That's on them, and that's a very, very rare thing. Here we go. This is someone who I hear this person actually sued the clinic. Okay. Now, I'm not going to watch this full video. I love Matt Welch. I'm not going to watch it, though. I'm not going to watch it. As I said, multiple streams. I can't watch full videos. So we'll just skip to a certain part because he has a clip of something that I want to show you. It might be a bit disturbing, but I'm ready to roll with it. Here we go. And as you can see, if you don't know how this works, I didn't need a penis to be a man. actually you need a penis to be a man. That's how being a man works, you know. But I needed one to be myself. And as you can see, obviously he censored it, but as you can see some stitches on the right leg. Now, if you don't know what happens, they take meat from your leg. They take meat from your leg and they shape it into a penis. I'm not joking. Okay, that's what they do. They take the meat from this, put it over here, make everything, and that's it. That's it. And um, honestly, I'm. Yes, you may be thinking that's crazy. Well, hey, welcome to the 21st century. Yeah, the fact that it's not only encouraged but celebrated. That's the saddest part about reality. It's celebrated as like, okay, you gotta chop this off, and look how happy X person is for doing Y. It's like, really? You shouldn't do X, Y, Z on your body, because honestly, you will destroy yourself. X, Y, and Z. You shouldn't do it. Not everyone is like this. Okay, I actually had a subscription to this magazine. Dang, that sucks. Phalloplasty, that's what it's called, by the way. That's what it's called. Another reason why I lost faith in medicine. You need to understand that these people are hacking medicine. They're not like the old people back in the day and a couple of decades ago. Many of these people have one agenda and one agenda only. Okay, and here's a very interesting comment. The saddest thing is that looking at her, she was probably a very attractive woman. Exactly. It's sad because these people, these I don't even know anymore what to call them. They could have been very attractive. Nikola Tesla said, "You may live to see man-made horrors beyond your comprehension." Wow. Now, once again, not everyone in the world is trans, but they try to make it so as if you're trans. Oh, you played with a doll. Oh, you gotta chop off your wiener. Oh, you like playing with the boys? Oh, you gotta chop off your breasts. It's so crazy how the same people who hate gender conforming roles, these people hate the roles so much. They hate it, hate it, hate it. And yet they align everything with gender. They hate the roles so much, but they align everything with gender, okay? And all of a sudden what they do, they tell you to chop off your body parts. Okay? Now, okay, like this woman as well. I saw it before and after of her transition. She is still gorgeous, but honestly, if you see her before her transition, holy crap. Honestly, it's so insane, sometimes when you see people go back and forth. We also have this channel. Now, I remember watching this channel a couple years ago when I was a bit more younger. Okay. Now, okay. Here we go. This is how you transition into. And then detransitioned. See? So for me, I don't know. When it comes to male to female, I don't know what the main issue could be, but I do know for female to male detransitioners, I do know many of the issues because it mostly happens to female to male. Many of them detransition. look at the ratio between who detransitions, and you will tell. You can see. You can see. You can easily tell. You know, when I see this channel, you know what this brings back? You know what memories it brings back? The good old memories of 2019, where everything was just so good. Detransitioning, criticized by trans activists. We also have Dr. Deborah So. So we're gonna click this up. I'm already subscribed. If you want to subscribe to her, if you want to, here's a channel. So basically, she talks a lot about this type of stuff. I think she even written a book. No, that's someone else. That's someone else. But it's good to support channels like this who's fighting against the insanity of the crazed gender ideology. So we have another mail. Okay, I don't know. This is a very, very new one. So, okay. Someone else detransitioned. Uh, Here we go. Dot News. Check him out, by the way. I've been subbed to him since 2020. Or I think even more. Good channel. Check him out. Okay, I'm starting to see a bit more uh men. Okay. Here's this. Here we go. Sometimes you gotta check these channels, make sure that it's a proper channel. If you should show support or not, because sometimes there are some SJWs lingering about. But still, now here's the thing. I'll say it and say it again. Transitioning is not for everyone. Transitioning is not for everyone. And the amount of propaganda I see that's pro-trans, it is really crazy. Because not everyone is transitioning. Okay, so I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I've noticed a lot of people want to be more of this androgynous type, you know. Now we do have people who, as I said, are against detransitioning. I don't know about this person. I have no time to. I want to support detransition. I don't know who to support. Honestly. Okay, I think she is maybe pro trans. I don't know. A lot of people are these days, so I'm not surprised because so much of. Yeah, she's a pro trans. Yep, one of those social justice warriors. Okay. Okay. So sometimes when you are searching detransitioning, you are going to stumble on certain channels that are going to be against that, or maybe pro trans, you know? So, once again, it might be different. And as the years go by, your search results will be very different, okay? All right. Years ago, I would see this chick over here. I would see her images on Google, and you would see the before and after. So I remember seeing a before and after. I remember seeing a before and after. Okay, just saying. Okay, it's kind of strange to see many of the people that you saw like years ago detransition. It's kind of strange. Uh, okay, now why was I even talking about this? Okay, why was I talking about this? Well, you see, I wanted to make a lot of TG stuff, a lot of TG content. Now, the saddest part about that is, what if people use that as propaganda? Here's the thing, people can use anything as propaganda. I'm totally aware of that. But this particularly does worry me because the amount of people that are getting these harmful surgeries, you know, that's terrifying. So, should I go ahead and make my trans games? I feel like I should not let that stop me because propaganda can be made from whatever, but still, once again, I don't want my games to make someone end up transitioning, because that'll be very scary. Because I want to make games for fun, or maybe for fetish, not really for propaganda, because propaganda will really destroy. So it's best not to make propaganda. It's best to make art. Okay, I just wanted to say that I went on a big monologue about detransitioning, but okay. Um, Detransitioning aside, I just want to say that uh, I am still thinking if I should make my TG games. I want to make it, but I really hope people don't use that as propaganda to push more and more harmful stuff on innocent people. Because, as I said, not everyone in the world is transgender. So it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense in the slightest. But people do use anything as propaganda. I am aware of that. So people might say, if you don't want to make this, why do you want to make all your other stuff? Well, the thing is that those things are very much different. You know, sure, they can be used for propaganda depending on the certain circumstance, but other than that, the most of my work that would possibly be used for propaganda would be the TG stuff, because the TG stuff is going to be filled with some craziness, and many people might see this and might see that and use it to push ideas. Or maybe I'm just being crazy, because I do overthink a lot. I think many of you know I overthink a lot. I think many of you know I've been overthinking for the past few years. Some of you all will even say, "Don't do it," don't overthink, or just be stop that or whatever. But uh, honestly, maybe I'm just overthinking. But I don't want my TG work to be used as propaganda, because the last thing I would want to leave in this world is propaganda. Okay, have an amazing day. It's 40 minutes in. I can't believe it's so slow. Normally it's like 60 hours, 70 hours. Okay, maybe it was a slow news day. I'm gonna have a big feeling about this that tomorrow we're gonna get a lot of news. Okay, possibly on geek stuff. Maybe another series got woke. Maybe a video game came out and was woke.